what's up everyone, it's Dave, and we're back with our next reading of the New Testament. For those who've been following along, you know that we're in the book of Acts, and we're reading out of the New King James Version currently, and we're at chapter 22. Now this will continue from Paul addressing the Jerusalem mob after they were trying to have him sentenced. So it's going to carry on into that. So it's actually going to start his defense will be the first part of this, and then it's going to go into Paul's Roman citizenship and the Sanhedrin divided. We're only a total of 30 verses today, so this will be fairly short. As always, remember, if you don't have a Bible, you can go to bible.com and read for free, or download the YouVersion app on your Android or iOS device. Let's go ahead and get started. Brethren and fathers, hear my defense before you now. And when they heard that he spoke to them in the Hebrew language, they kept all the more silent. Then he said, I am indeed a Jew, born in Tarsus of Cilicia, but brought up in the street at the feet of Gamaliel, taught according to the strictness of our father's law, and was zealous toward God as you all are today. I persecuted this way to the death, binding and delivering into prison both men and women, as also the high priest bare me witness, and all the council of elders, from whom I also received letters to the brethren, and went to Damascus to bring in chains even those who were there to Jerusalem to be punished. Now it happened, as I journeyed and came near Damascus at about noon, suddenly a great light from heaven shone all around me. And I fell to the ground, and I heard a voice saying to me, Saul, why are you persecuting me? So I answered, Who are you, Lord? And he said to me, I am Jesus of Nazareth, whom you are persecuting. And those who were with me indeed saw the light, and were afraid, but they did not hear the voice of him who spoke to me. So I said, What shall I do, Lord? And the Lord said to me, Arise and go into Damascus, and there you will be told all things which are appointed for you to do. And since I could not see the glory of that, and since I could not see for the glory of that light, being led by the hand of those who were with me, I came into Damascus. So that light blinded him. And then a certain Ananias, a devout man, according to the law, having a good testimony with all the Jews who dwelt there, came to me, and he stood and said to me, Brother Saul, receive your sight. And at that same hour I looked up at him, and then he said, The God of our fathers has chosen you, that you should know his will, and see the just one, and hear the voice of his mouth. For you will be his witness to all men of what you have seen and heard. And now why are you waiting? Arise and be baptized, wash away your sins, calling on the name of the Lord. So I want to talk about that verse real quick for a second. So some people think that Paul's sins were washed away because he was baptized. Baptism doesn't wash away your sins. So if you read this sentence, arise and be baptized, and wash away your sins, calling on the name of the Lord. So calling on the name of the Lord is the portion of this verse that is speaking about his sins being washed away. So now it happened when I returned to Jerusalem and was praying in the temple, that I was in a trance and saw him saying to me, Make haste and get out of Jerusalem quickly, for they will not receive your testimony concerning me. So I said, Lord, they know that in every synagogue I imprisoned and beat those who believed on you. And when the blood of your martyr Stephen was shed, I also was standing by, consenting to his death, and guarding the clothes of those who were killing him. Then he said to me, Depart, for I will send you far from here to the Gentiles. And they listened to him until this word, and then they raised their voices and said, Away with such a fellow from the earth, for he is not fit to live. Then they cried out and tore off their clothes and threw dust in the air. The commander ordered him to be brought into the barracks and said that he should be examined under scourging, so that he might know why they shouted so against him. And as they bound him with thongs, Paul said to the centurion who stood by, "Is it lawful for you to scourge a man who is a Roman and uncondemned?" When the centurion heard that, he went and told the commander, saying, "Take care of what you do, for this man is a Roman." Then the commander came and said to him, "Tell me, are you a Roman?" He said, "Yes." And the commander answered, "With a large sum I obtained this citizenship." And Paul said, "But I was born a citizen." Then immediately those who were about to examine him withdrew from him, and the commander was also afraid after he found out that he was a Roman, because he had bound him. The next day, because he wanted to know for certain why he was accused by the Jews, he released him from his bonds and commanded the chief priest and all their council to appear, and brought Paul down and set him before them. That concludes chapter 22. So 23 will continue that conversation with the Sanhedrin. And yeah, we're almost done with the book of Acts. I think, what did I say initially? We have 28 chapters in Acts, I believe. Yeah, so we're almost done with the book of Acts. Should be done within the next few days. Thanks so much for watching, you all. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for all of your support and your comments, likes, and shares. As always, together we can help spread the gospel. And we can do it one video, one chapter, one verse at a time. All right. Thanks so much. And as always, God bless.
When life keeps falling and wonder where he is in all this mess, he's right there to guide you. Unseen, you're not